Hello, friends. Sorry I'm late. Thank you for being patient. All right. I was upstairs ordering a new chicken coop, so just running a few minutes behind, that's all. All right, so we are going to paint a new truck insert. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I got over 25 inserts on the website now. I think there's like 29 on there for these trucks. And I did just list a whole bunch of new ones again. Hello, Tanya. So I figured we've got all the patriotic holidays coming up here shortly, so we're gonna do one of our new patriotic themed inserts. Let me see here if I can, oops, it does not, that doesn't go there. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Wait, this goes down here like this, and then this goes on top of here. I don't remember where all the pieces go, but you get the gist of it. So let's see here. USA. Got some more little stars to go all around our pieces here. So anyways, we've got the license plate that says USA. Hello, Rachel. Hi, Kim. We have got the little back banner here that says America. We've got our flag, our Statue of Liberty, and some stars over here. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this today. And I'm gonna pull up the designer's thing here and see how they painted theirs, but I'm gonna use whatever colors. I'm gonna use Admiral Blue, I think, and let's see, Cardinal Crimson. We've got our white. We do have a Statue of Liberty, girls, so we're probably gonna need maybe some gold on here and probably some green, and I'll probably mix up my own color green. All right. Hello, Ramona. How are you? Okay, let's see here if I can find this real quick. Who do I do these through? I have different designers that I use for different kits. Can you guys hear my dogs upstairs? I'm sorry. They're going nuts. Ooh, I see that they've got new files available. Ooh, you guys are gonna love these. Hold on, I'm saving them to my cart right now so I can come back on here when we get off and get those cut and listed. All right, so I'm looking for the USA one. I just kind of want, hey Vicky, hi Michael, hello, hello. I just kind of want to see, I want to make sure I put the red, white, and blue in the right spots, basically. I mean, you can do it however you want to, but here we go. Oh, they use two different color blues. That's kind of cute. I kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to use that for some inspiration. Not going to copy it exactly, but let's go ahead and start with these back pieces right here, okay? I am going to use their idea, though, of the two different blues just because it does make it easier when you've got, like, there's different parts that are going to have two different blues, so it's just going to make it easier. So I've got Summer Sky, some Admiral Blue, oops, and we have got our Cardinal Crimson for our red. I'm definitely getting the red, white, and blues out right now because I know we're going to use those and we'll use lots of them. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, Penny. Ugh. Okay. So for theirs, I'm copying this part exactly. They did a light blue on the background, and then they did a darker blue on one of their letters, which I think is super cute. This is going to take quite a bit of layers, it looks like, for this blue. I think I'm going to do white I'm gonna do white and then go back over it with the blue. It'll just make it that much quicker, I think. So I did decide to go back to work, friends. I am going to be working part-time from home again. I wasn't looking, but my old boss reached out to me and it just fits. So we're gonna do that. But I'm gonna try not to change, like our dates and stuff should stay the same for our lives and everything. That shouldn't affect any of that. Turnaround times might take a little bit longer, but I think I don't know. I don't even think that's gonna be an issue. I think that'll stay the same too, so. All right, so this is just a really, really light blue. I think I'll still do a second coat on here. I did not even link this. I should have tagged it in the description. I will do that though. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Melissa. So all my girls that signed up for the Patriotic Workshop, we're gonna be doing that next week, right? Yeah, next week, Tuesday, next week, Monday and Tuesday. I'll be in that group with those girls painting our Patriotic kits. So that's exciting. All right, so there we go. And then we've got USA. She did red, white, and blue, so that's what we are going to do too. Let's go ahead and use our darker blue. So for the darker blue, I used Admiral Blue, which I always like for my red, white, and blue, my 4th of July projects. Anybody that's painted for a while, you know you end up with your favorite colors that you use over and over again. So that's one of mine. US. USA. So I went out this morning, me and my mom took turns getting oil changes, dropped her car off, went and did some of our running, then went back and dropped my car off, finished our running. Bought a chicken coop, hey Aunt Tamala, and then I did a bunch of laundry. My hubby needed laundry done for work. Let's see here, I played with the chickens and the ducks and the turkeys. It's been a productive day, but in the meantime, I have changed my mind a million times about coops. So the coop that I bought earlier it's just not gonna work. So I'm gonna take that back in the morning, and I just ordered a new coop online. And we're gonna make a little road trip and go pick that one up tomorrow morning, so. All right, so we have got USA, all right. Oops, my pieces are still wet, so I'm trying to be careful a little bit with them. So there we go, there's our license plate for this truck set. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this one next. And I'm gonna use, I think I'm just gonna use the dark blue on this piece. And like I said, I forgot to link this kit, but as soon as I get off this live, I'll go ahead and link it. It is available on the website already. If you go under trucks and attachments, I think it's just called the America kit. There is layer one. Hey, Jeannie. No, Dad doesn't really want to, he's busy with the siding, so he's not making one anymore. So I did just buy a run for them, and we're gonna put that together so that they have a covered place to be out in the yard. Right now I got the ducks and turkeys out in the yard. They don't have a cover on them, but they're they're pretty good without a cover. But my chickens are only gonna be like 3 pounds, so they have to have a cover. They're gonna be just itty bitty babies, so. All right, let me find another sponge here. I'm gonna do the lighter. Oops, I wanna do the white first. So just a trick, if your color's really light, you can use the white first so that you don't have to use so many layers of your colored paint. To get that to show up. So that's what we did on that other piece too. So I'll just throw this down and then I'll run the dryer on it real quick. Hey Connie, how are you? I'll send you a picture of the house that I bought though, Aunt Tammy. It's super cute. It's got little planter boxes on the outside of it. Look, it just looks like a cute little house. And it's already got a run attached to it, so it'll be perfect for my little babies. All right, so the outsides are gonna be white. I'm gonna do the inside part here, this blue color, and it's gonna actually be a different color blue because look at that. I used both blues on the same sponge. Whatever, it just adds some character. And then we'll go back through and clean up the white in a minute. But I like showing you guys this kind of stuff because you can see that you cannot mess up a painting. Cannot mess it up. Oh, well, red can sometimes be hard to cover, but we'll fix that. I just got the red in probably from on my table. Got it in my sponge, but that's all right. Look at that, it's almost already covered up. So that's what we're looking like so far. And then I'm gonna use a little brush, which I don't use the brush very often. We're gonna use a little brush. Not this one, that one needs to be washed. Let's see. Itty bitty brush. It's not really itty bitty either. And we're gonna go right around our edges here and clean this up. And I should go through and dry it first. It'll just paint that much better if I do. I kind of like this look with a little bit of the darker in there, so I'm gonna go back in and fix this one up a little bit and make it a little bit more colorful. There we go. Now it looks exactly like I want it to. I see a lot of new names on here. Happy Monday. I had a good weekend. How about yours? I see a lot of new names on here, so if you're new to me, I do upload all of my videos to my YouTube channel as soon as I'm done with the lives, so that way if you purchase one of my kits, it just makes it easier for you to come back and find the painting if you want to follow along with me while you paint your kit. They do live here on Facebook forever as well, but Facebook isn't always easy to go back and search, so make sure you give me a follow over on YouTube as well so that you have access to those videos. I think I've got that shared, saved in one of my, what do you call them, like the highlights or whatever at the top of the page. So you should be able to find it, but I'll make sure I get that linked for you guys too. And if you're on my email list, I usually send out an email once the YouTube video is uploaded. All right, so this is what we're looking like. Kind of like a messier look than I was going for, but you know what? I'm kind of liking it to look messy, so I don't think I'm going to make it too perfect. Sorry, I feel like I got quiet there. We are doing one of the truck inserts for the, I just spit all over the place. We are doing a truck insert for one of the farm trucks, or attachment, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls them something different. So here's one of the trucks right here. We did this one last week, actually. I think I lost the license plate to this one, but so we've got welcome, and then this part comes out. If I didn't glue it in, hopefully I didn't glue it in. Oh, there we go. So you have the attachment there, and then these parts Velcro on. And so the truck comes separate, and then the attachments are also separate. There are like 30, 29, 25, something like that, different truck inserts on my website right now. So this is just one of the new ones. So here we go. Here's our background. And I really like that. I'm gonna do one more coat on this blue. I want this to be a little bit darker than it is. And then this piece will sit on here like so, and we'll have America, and I'm going to do that in red. And then I just got to remember that I've got red all over my table so that I don't spread red all around. Thank you. I love interchangeable pieces because you can, I have multiple trucks, but I mean, you could get away with having just one truck and then just changing it out for every season, every holiday, every special occasion. And I have, you know, the mini tiered tray sets on the website as well. Same thing. Those ones, I have something for every occasion, or almost every occasion. I'm still working on getting the rest of those up. But to me, the interchangeables make more sense because then you just don't have so much stuff to store. Okay, so here we go. Not finished yet, but looking good, right? So I'm gonna push this off to the side and I'm gonna start working on this other piece. Actually, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna work on my little stars. I got a few stars, and I want these to all be white, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And they're teeny tiny, so it's kind of a pain to, you can tape these down. Some people tape their pieces down. I don't like to do that. I just do things the hard way, I guess. To me, I think it's easier, honestly, to not tape them down. It's more time consuming to get out your tape and to tape them all down and then take them off the tape. However, it's messier this way. My fingers are always covered in paint. Okay. See, covered in paint. All right, so now this is what I wanted to see, is how this part goes together. So we've got our little person here, Lady Liberty. She's got her little, where's our, here it is, 1776, and we've got our torch. This part will go on here. We'll have a big star. Got this star. And I think that's it for this. So perfect. Awesome. So let's see. We're going to have a red, white, and a blue. I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to move this out of the way here. We're going to do one section at a time. And then we'll go back through and we'll add some details to all the other pieces. Let's do this red star. which is easy because it's just going to go on top, so we don't have to worry about staying in any lines. It's another good part of the 3D pieces. Okie dokie, that part is done. And then I'm going to go on to my white piece, which is just going to be this star, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint all of this right here. Just make sure that it's covered, and then we'll go on to our blue in just a second. This is going to go on top of here, so you're not going to see any. Let's cut funny, or maybe I'm putting it on funny. Why don't they line up perfect? I'm going to put a little bit of red underneath there, which I don't normally do because I feel like it's not lined up exactly. Like you can see underneath it a little bit. So just going to add some red. So then our star will sit on top there, and this part is all going to be blue down here. Got a little bit of blue on my red star, but again, no big deal. We'll get that fixed in a second. All right, this little guy is going to go over top of here, and this is going to cover, so I don't really have to worry too much about that being painted, but I still cover it all usually, so we'll go right into about here. I just want this to be nice and dark blue. I'm going to, all of these brushes are gross, they need painted. Did I say painted? They need cleaned, not painted. Oh my gosh. Oh, I cannot talk and paint at the same time, apparently. And I might have gotten away with one coat on this, but because we've got that white I'm trying to cover up, it's taking a little bit more paint. Hello, Monica. I'm gonna fix this little dab, this little spot here that needed, or that had red, that I got the blue over. All right. I don't know why I did that, because that's not really where my piece is going, right? That's all right. Okay, now we've got our stars done. I'm gonna go ahead and put that off to the side, and we're gonna work on our little Lady Liberty, which is going to be green, but I'm gonna mix my own green. So I'm gonna do a little bit of lime green, or probably mostly lime green actually, and then a little bit of, what color is this? This one is Kelly green. Because I don't want it to be super dark, but I also don't want it to be lime. So let's put a little bit more of that Kelly green in there. And I think I got way too much that time. No, maybe not. I think that is pretty close to what I want it to look like. So I do not want this on my pants or on my shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint her. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing, even though she's gonna have her little cover shirt. I don't know what you want to call it. She's got a little thing that goes over top of her, so I'm still painting the whole thing there. This is gonna go over top, and I'm gonna do this in the same color. We're gonna add some details, like I said, so it's not done, but there we go. That's gonna sit on there like so. We're gonna wait and do that in a second. I do need some skin tone because we're pretending, you know, like she's a real person. Where is my... We're gonna use Warm Buff. I'm not finding my peachy or color that I normally do for skin, but this will work. And then we'll have to do some hair, and we'll have our little crown. I usually like to do like a peachy color, a little bit more rosy for my skin tone, but this works fine. Okay, so then we're going to have our hair and our crown. And they actually did silver instead of gold for the crown. And I'm gonna do that. I have silver, let's do it. Hello, Heather. Switch over to my sponge because I prefer my sponge, but if I'm trying to line things up, sometimes I do the brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some yellow hair, but I don't like to use like bright yellow. I always like to use like a mustardy yellow when I do yellows. I feel like it covers better, and I'm not the biggest fan of yellow, so a mustardy yellow works good for me. So I'll go ahead and do that for the hair. Oh my goodness, I just went totally over my line. Cleaned it right up, easy peasy. Okay, and then we have, there's another piece, where did it go? Here it is, for this crown part. Where did my... And this is going to be done in the silver too. So that'll go on there just like so. And then this will go on here like that. Ta-da, it's coming together. You guys seeing it? Hello, Tamara. Okay, this part I'm gonna need a little bit more silver for. Forgot about it. It's got our little torch. I'm gonna do all of this part in silver, and then we'll do the fire part in gold. You guys hear all of that banging around up there too. So the dogs and the banging, they're doing the new siding right now. I didn't get gold out yet. I think I'm gonna put gold in the hair instead of yellow, or put it over top of it at least. I'm not a big fan of yellow. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. See how this looks. I might actually go back over. Yeah, I might do that. Go and do yellow and then the gold. For the torch even. It just gives it a different look. So let's get a little bit yeller on here and redo this. We're gonna go yellow. And let that sit a minute, then we'll go back over it with the gold. Coming to life nicely. We're almost done, friends. Oh, I've got that all over my table now. So let's see. Let's dip this back into the gold now. Go back over top of the yellow. I really like that together. I'm glad I did that. Okay. Let me see, I'm gonna take a little bit of the darker green, just a tiny, tiny bit. I'm gonna go over these little outlines. Just to give it some more dimension. I think I like it better that way. I think it makes it stand out a little bit more than it did by itself. Now, when we stick this on here, this part's gonna be covered up by the truck, so we don't really have to worry about that. It should not, when it goes into the insert, we shouldn't see it, but I'll just cover it real quick, just in case. Usually you don't see any of that part that goes in there, but it doesn't hurt to throw down a coat of paint, and then you don't have to worry about coming back and doing it when you're done with everything else. Let's go ahead and start gluing some pieces down because I'm getting to the point where I am running out of desk space. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue my little red, I was gonna call it a heart. I'm gonna go ahead and glue my little red star down. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down this part. And it fits on here. It's a weird, the way the cut is, but it fits perfect. So just kind of wiggle it around on your piece if you're not thinking that it's how it needs to be. It'll line up exactly how it should be. Take a walk after this, and I told Buddy I'd play games with him tonight, so I have to go play some Mario. All right, so here's our little Statue of Liberty. I'm gonna grab my Sharpie, is my favorite trick. Uh-oh, what in the heck? It slid right down. Well, let's try this again. Now I feel like it's not lining up right for me. This slid. Careful with your glue. Don't lift it up until it's done. Until it's done drying. Anyways, that's my favorite trick. Sharpie for eyeballs and things like that. Now it's not lined up exactly perfect, but there we go. It's good enough. Okay, now we're on to our flag, and the easiest part, or the easiest thing, well, you know what, hold on, we're not on to our flag yet. Let's finish this part up. I'm gonna get everything out of the way that I can, and then we'll go back and do that part. So if you're in the Patriotic Workshop, this is a perfect piece to go in addition to. I mean, it will complement it very well to the kit that we are doing for the workshop. All right, so set that off to the side. Got Lady Liberty, I'm gonna set her off to the side. Go ahead and put my lid back on here. Piece is done. We're going to do this one in white, and then we're going to do, I'm just going to do everything in white for the flag. That's the easiest that I find when I'm doing something that's red, white, and blue, or if you've got stripes, I do the whole background white, and then I work on my stripes after the white is dry. Because if you try to do one color stripe and then the next color stripe, that never turns out, not for me at least. So I'm going to just take this and paint the whole background of where our flag is going to be. I'm going to do the pole and everything, just all of it's going to be done in white. Get our white exactly the color that we want it, so maybe a second coat, and then we'll go in and we'll do our stripes after this is dried. Okay, and this is looking forward to seeing. Oh, I'll post a photo probably tomorrow of it if you don't have time to hang around for the rest of the video, but I'm glad you got to pop on. I usually try to get a photo in the next day or two, so I'll get that posted for you guys to see. So I do use a thicker paint for the white. I like this Master's Touch, and it covers better, but it also takes more time to dry. So that's why you see me using the dryer right now, because we'd be sitting here forever if we were waiting for that to dry on its own. So this little piece is gonna go right here, and then we'll have the white star on top of here. So we're gonna go in right now and we're gonna do our red stripes, and I want to find the perfect brush for this, because if you have the right size brush, it makes it way easier to do your stripes. If you have a brush that's too thick or too thin, then it takes forever. I think this one's the right size. We're going to try it. So I think red, yeah, is on our top, right? And my lines never end up perfect. Even though they're etched on here, it'll never be perfect. You could totally try to use a marker if you wanted to do this. My suggestion is if you ever use a marker, just make sure your paint's dry first, because otherwise you will ruin your markers. This part I feel is going to be very time consuming, so if y'all can't stick around for it, like I said, I do post a final picture. I'll probably get it posted tomorrow morning for you. I feel like they're right above me, knocking or pounding on the siding. My hands shake so bad that this is it's very hard for me to do stripes. But I feel like they turn out good. Like, I just love red, white, and blue, so. It's gonna be from a distance. Nobody's gonna see it right up close and personal, so it'll be fine, right? Anybody have any plans for the upcoming holiday? And we're already almost to the official kickoff for summer. Anybody going camping? I feel like I gotta take a break from those stripes for a minute. I'm gonna run the dryer on them just to give my hand a second. Leave a star down here. And actually, since we're done with this part, I'll probably glue down the, oops, hold on. It goes like this. So we're gonna stick this on here. Anything else I need to do there, I can definitely paint around. So I'm just gonna get that on there right now, just because, like I said, I'm giving my hand a little break. I'm gonna go ahead and do silver for our pole. See it? Nothing definite for plans. Ooh, that'll be nice. I know, it is crazy that May is halfway through. It is crazy. We have soccer tournaments, I believe, that weekend, so we will probably be, I don't know if they're home or away. We're usually gone, so I'm guessing away, but maybe we'll be home. That'd be nice. And if we're home, I know we always have a cookout, so get together with family. But I don't remember if we're home or if we're away, so soccer for sure. Probably some good food. Trying to straighten that up, but I feel like I'm just making it worse every time I go back over it. So we're gonna leave it and move on to the next one. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm super quiet, but I'm concentrating. I'm trying to be chatty with y'all. It's hard to talk though when I'm talking literally to myself. I can't hear you guys, so I have to be able to pay attention to the comments in order to answer or really communicate with you all. And I can't when I got my head down painting, concentrating like I am right now. Last stripe, thank goodness. Alright, I'm going to make this one thicker again just in case when I lay that other piece down. I want to make sure that it's covered, right? Alright, so let's do this. Let's leave this, let's dry it with the dryer. So I will not be live I won't be live again until June because of the holiday and because of the patriotic workshop coming up next week. So this will be it for a little bit, friends. All right, so I like to do dots randomly on my backgrounds sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and just dot all over. Sometimes I actually do this before I put my pieces down. I feel like then I get the dots spread out better. But I didn't do that, I didn't think about it, so we're going with it. And I just like to use the back of my brush. That one got too close together, darn it. This one didn't get very rounded. Let's try and fix these two. Other than that, I think they turned out pretty good. All right. Then I'm gonna stick on some of these stars. Well, we're not gonna do that yet either. We're gonna have to wait for this to dry to stick the stars on, but I'm gonna put the stars on here. So here's the back of our truck. It says America. And then let's see, is this stuff dry enough yet? I think we're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue down our little Lady Liberty. mess. Alright, I think I got her where she needs to be. Got a little tiny spot up here that didn't get covered in blue, but I think that's going to be okay because we're going to have our 1776 on here. Which again, I'm going to go ahead and do this in white first. It's just going to make it cover better. Dryer over this. We're almost done, friends. Hey, Pam. I did not send out a text tonight, so you are still on the list. I was running late, so I didn't even think about sending out a text. Sorry about that. Okay. This. I think on here we're just going to do a few little lines, or not lines, dots in the corners. Pull that together so there's our license plate. I'm going to glue this on. Like so. So it doesn't matter that that piece didn't get painted behind there because you're not going to see it. I'm going to fix this star. It's going to drive me nuts. It's just kind of blotchy looking. Put this over here. Same thing on this. We're going to put some dots, but I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, hopefully, and just kind of dot around the big star to kind of make it look like we got a bunch of little stars on our flag too. Cannot imagine painting the actual flag. I would have that would be a disaster, it'd be a mess. So this way, kind of get the gist of it. There we go. Hello, Dora. Just came inside anyways. Perfect. Well, I just didn't want you to think that I lost you off my list again or something. I just slacked tonight, that's all. Alright, so you can kind of see where I dried this. The paint dried funny up close. You guys probably can't see it on the camera, but it's kind of like bumpy. So I'm just going to put another layer of paint on here to kind of smooth that out. And because it's thicker paint, that's why it dried like it did. Just dried a little bit funky is all. So that looks better. And the only other thing I gotta do is add some details, but look how cute that is. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna add some details. Fix that because those are not turning out very circular. And we'll go in and add I just like to add the little dots around different places. I don't know, that might be good. I think that's good. All right, we got them on here. I got all my little dots on here. I just want to put my stars on there, and then I think we are good. So let me get this all pulled together here and show you. I need to remember to take my brushes and rinse those tonight. So I'm gonna be a little bit careful here. I don't want to stick that in there all the way because those dots are still on there drying. But here it is on a truck without losing it, hopefully. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these stars on here now. Oops, I put my glue up. What was I thinking? So we've got, what, 5 stars, I believe. 4 or 5 stars. 5 stars it looks like. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, let's do like 2. I don't know where to put them. I guess it probably doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna put them wherever they land. So there's a star. Here's a star. And then I'll try to do, they're not gonna be able to be spread out evenly down here anyways because of the way this is. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to make them so they're even, but they're not gonna be even. We would need another star to make them perfectly even, but there we go, like so. So I'll go ahead and get a picture of this all done and I'll get it linked. So if you guys want to purchase the kit, you can. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. If you're in the Patriotic Workshop, we'll be doing that live next week, Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. each night. Otherwise, I will not be live on my business page again on this main page until June. So we will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody. Have a good week.